G'day guys, Brent Williams here. We're off to Dwellingup for the night, just the two of us, Nesta and I. This is my American Staffy. She's about 2.5 years old. Wife's got work this weekend, so we thought we'd head off, just the two of us, with the car all decked up, all set up, ready to go. Cool, let's do it. Bye Nesta. Come on. Let's go. Okay, so we've just pulled over, we're in Dwellingup now. Just got on the track, we're on the John Fawcett Trail. We've done this track a few times before. I've always done it with people though, with other cars around, so obviously, you know, more cars the better for safety. Since I've done this track, I've got some new tyres and a 2-inch lift kit. Had all trains on the car beforehand, they're Goodyear Wranglers, no problems with them. But I've just opted for a slightly bigger tyre size and a slightly more aggressive all-terrain tyre. Going to let the tyres down to about 25 psi. Not too much hard driving around here, but you know, when you're on your own, you can't be too careful. Using an ARB tyre deflator actually takes the whole valve out of the tyre, which lets the air out nice and quick. Cool, all done, all tyres on it, about 25 psi. Just want to take this time as well to explain, this is my first trip video, maybe first of many, we'll see. Doing all my video editing just on my phone. I've got a Samsung Galaxy S6, phone's currently on a tripod. We'll hit the road and go find our campsite for the night. Come on Nesta. Okay, so we're driving now on the way to the campsite. The beginning of the track is very easy, just dirt road. We're in two-wheel drive at the moment. This track is very comfortable to go 20-30 km an hour most of the way. A few little jagged rocks and stuff, but as you can see, right now nothing too hard. Hopefully we find a little bit of mud later on, not too much, as I said before, on our own, about 2 extremes a day. Bit of a bumpy bit here. We'll navigate this, and hopefully get some good footage of some forward driving later. Cool. Just thought I'd show you some of the affected areas by the bushfire, and this whole area was completely consumed. As you can see down there, I'll stop the car so you can have a good look. Oh, that's been completely burnt out, but it is beautiful seeing all the green coming through. Especially through the black boys. So we've come to a road closed area. There's been a massive bushfire through this area a few months ago. Massive bushfire. So as you can see there, track closed due to bushfire, unsafe road conditions, and bridge outages. It's saying there. So there's another track up here. Pretty sure that's the track that takes us to where we need to go. So let's do it. Plenty of water through here. It's been raining a fair bit recently. Car out in front of me as well. As you saw, those crossings there were pretty good, pretty easy. I made sure I got out though first and just prodded it with a stick a few times, just to make sure it wasn't too deep and the ruts weren't too big. Plenty more crossings like that. I won't be getting out to set the camera up against a tree for all the crossings, obviously, because I want to get to the campsite. Cool, hit the road. So we've come to a section here where there used to be a bridge crossing. I'm guessing it was for trains. You can see here where the bridge was. The dirt remains and obviously the wood is gone. You can see a few steel spikes here. It's the only remains of the bridge after the fire. Nearly at camp now, so probably another 1 or 2 kilometres. Had a few fun little water crossings. Car's getting a little bit of a workout, testing out the new tyres and lift kit. So we'll get back on the road. A few more minutes down the road and we'll be there. Set up camp. A couple of things that go hand in hand when you go camping is making a fire and chopping wood. Two things I really love doing when you're getting out in the bush, and I do enjoy cooking over the fire as opposed to using a gas stove. So we'll go ahead, get the fire going. It's only about 2:15, but we'll get the fire going. Need some hot coals for tonight. A lot of the wood around here is quite damp. So yeah, it might take a while to get going properly. Get splitting some wood. Get out there, Star. Okay, so we're all set up at camp. This is our beautiful spot on the river. Very nice, tranquil spot where I can bring the dog, and there's no one around, so she can just run around and do her own thing. Okay, so this is the swag I'll be sleeping in tonight. It is a Austrail Mitchell double swag. Had this swag for maybe 7 years. Had it a fair while. It's done a lot of good trips. We've been to the Gibb River on it. My wife and I, girlfriend at the time, slept in here for 3 weeks. Yeah, it's amazing how comfortable you can be in a swag after, you know, driving all day on corrugation and yeah, curl up in bed, and it's good. Recently we got this eggshell mattress on top of the normal mattress. Tonight will be the first night that Nesta and I will be giving it a shot. First time out on the swag since we put the mattress in. Tools. These are the tools. So we've got the log splitter, we've got the saw, and this is the only recovery gear that I had coming out today. With a trusty old shovel. Nice long handle on there. And of course the hammer for the pegs. Dog bed, my chair, nice luxurious items for sitting on the fire. I wasn't going to put up the awning today, the gazebo, sorry I should say, but we've had a little bit of rain, even though looking up at the sky right now, it is looking quite lovely, but better to be safe than sorry. First time I've actually set it up on my own. It took me about 10 or so minutes. Not too bad. What else have we got? We'll be cooking on the fire tonight. We've got the cast iron pan, grill, and just a flat plate on the bottom. We'll be cooking over the fire, so split some wood, what you saw before. I've collected some just offcuts and stuff that were left from the fire. So we'll be chucking all that on the fire today. I did bring a bunch of wood from home. As you can see, those bits just from Bunnings there, and I have some more stuff that I get out in the bush near home. Easy with a ute just to chuck it in. Cool, so that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty simple setup. We'll go through a tour of the car a little bit later on. Cheers. Thought I'd take the dog for a bit of a wander. We do a few little tricks. Shock's doing a bit of parkour stuff. It's good fun. We're on Instagram. We do lots of good stuff on there. Lots of pictures of, lots of videos and pictures of some of my training. I do CrossFit fairly seriously. Really good fun. Nesta comes to the gym with me, and yeah, I'm a coach there as well at Range of Motion. Nesta comes to the gym with me, and we get to hang out all day, which is really cool. Let's see if we can get Nesta doing some cool tricks, hey? Oh, she's gone for a walk. I think she likes exploring along logs and stuff like this. I kind of encourage her to go across, and then after a while she'll go and do stuff like that on her own. The other day I went down to the playground with her near work, near Range of Motion, and I was getting her to climb a ladder on the playground there. Nesta, there you go. Nesta, Nesta, sit, sit. Sometimes she doesn't like listening. She's on the scent of something. Anyway, like I was saying, we went down to the playground the other day, climbing ladders. I got talking to this bloke. He had a little dog there, and Nesta and this little dog were having a good play. Talking to this guy for about 5 or 10 minutes. I turn around and Nesta's halfway up the ladder. Maybe, you know, that high. If you can see how high that is. 5 steps or so. And she can just climb up there. It's really cool, really good fun. Good bonding stuff. Let's see if we can get her to cross this log here. As you can see, there's one section of that log that's in water. And that's an island over there. There's some ducks in the water. Little island over there. Let's see if we can get Nesta to cross that. It's a bit slippery. And a bit bouncy. Easy, no worries. I think I hesitated a bit more than she did. Go on. Good girl. Come on, come on. Okay, so time for a tour of my 2010 model Holden Colorado. When I got this car, it already had the bull bar on the front, had the canopy on the back, and had the rear bar as well. Apart from that, most of the parts I've put on myself from my old car. Used to have a 2009 two-door Jeep Wrangler. Awesome car for doing all your full driving, but you know, just for doing more touring, which is more what I'm into now. I've got all the hardcore stuff out of me now. So this is a much better car for the purposes that I have a car for. Cool. So we'll walk you through the car. So we will start off at the front of the car. It's got an Ironman bull bar. It is winch compatible. The owner who had the car before me must have had a winch on there, because you can see where it was bolted to. Inside there, if you can see. Probably not. The spotties I chucked on myself. They are Extreme Sport ARB, or what are they, Light Force or something. Spotlights. I've got one flood and one spot. They're okay lights. The stock headlights in this car are actually pretty good. When I had my old car, the Jeep Wrangler, these things, they were a lifesaver. There's a brand, IPF, of course, if you can see that. Yeah, on the Jeep Wrangler, the Jeep had pretty poor headlights, so these are a necessity for night driving. Also on the front, we have a 6dB antenna, UHF. So yeah, recently I've just got these new tyres and rims. These are Cooper Discovery STs. They are a 245/75 R16. First time having Coopers. It's probably a kind of middle of the range aggression for an all-terrain. I used to have Mickey Thompson MTZs on the Jeep, and they were 33-inch tyres in total. I think these are equivalent to 31s. I got a really good deal with these. I only got them a couple of weeks ago. The rims are pretty much brand new. They are second-hand though. They're actually off a new model Holden Colorado. They're just black steelies, 6-stud. Basically, the stock rims I had on the car before, they looked pretty shuddy. The past owner had used a high-pressure hose on them, I'm guessing, and chipped all the enamel off the front of them there. So, yeah, first proper trip with these tyres. So far, so good. Got a really good deal. I got the five tyres. They are second-hand tyres as well. You can barely tell though. 5 second-hand tyres and 5 of the black steel rims for $800. Really happy with that. Onto the side of the car, we've got 2 camping lights, one on this side, one on the other side. It's got a little switch in here for turning that off and on. That light I can turn off and on. The other one is just a switch on the inside, so I can turn that off and on. To the back here, plenty of room in the back. We'll set the swag up there sometimes, and yeah, just lying there. It's nice and easy. We've got the ARB air compressor mounted to the inside there. Handy spot for it. Keeps it out of the dirt, out of the wetness of the under the bonnet. Got the fire extinguisher. I do have a light up here as well. Underneath, tow ball, and this is the rear bar. Not really for protection, but it is a handy step to get onto the back of the car as well. There is the other camping light. The roof rack as well. So these bars, they were already on the canopy when I bought it. It also has the gutters there if I want to chuck another roof rack on there. I would like to get an awning down the line, so I'd have to get some rails to go on there and on that awning. The cage I had on the Jeep, it's actually a really good cage. They're a little bit heavier than some of the other ones. They're not as sturdy, but you can tie anything off anywhere, which is super handy. So, you probably saw from me driving around, I had this gazebo on the top. I chuck some wood on there, I chuck jerry cans, the swag sometimes if I have no room in the back. Cool, so we'll go into the inside of the car. So here we are in the interior of the Colorado. Not too much to see here. Got a few recent things I've thrown here. Got the steering wheel cover. It's a nice RM Williams one, just from Super Cheap Auto. The actual top of the steering wheel here, it had been wearing away, so that's actually got a really nice feel to it. Nice stitching in the cover as well, and just gives it that little bit of a nicer look. got a digital thermometer here as well. Reading 17.4 degrees at the moment. I've just got that wired here. You can probably just see the sensor there. Yeah, I had a digital compass in the Jeep and the thermostat as well. So it's one of those things it's nice to have in the car. Here we've got lights for the outside, so I can switch that off and on from the interior. Recently as well, just got these King's seat covers. They were $35 online. Yeah, so far so good. Really kind of cheap alternative to some of those more expensive seat covers you can get. They're kind of one size fits all deal, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they fit in the car. Yeah, $35 including, not including postage, so $50 in total. What else? We've got comms, got the Uniden 80 channel UHF radio. With microphone, we have the ARB air compressor switch. We have the spotlights there, and that's the light for in the canopy as well. Just velcroed this to the interior of the car as well, just for some more 12-volt sockets. You can see this velcro here. This is where I mount my phone for GPS, music. I've got the Pioneer deck unit as well with Bluetooth, so easy to navigate and use when I'm driving around. Cool, I'll show you the dual battery setup. Dual battery, I've had this battery for probably, again, you know, as soon as I got the Jeep, I got the dual battery. It's probably 5 or 6 years old. So we have the portable dual battery there, with battery box. At the moment, I got the fridge plugged into that. Got a 40-litre Waco, very important for drinks and food. Yeah, the portable batteries, you know, it's kind of handy. There's a few times where I'll take it out of the car for camping, more for longer setups. I think it's a 100 amp hour deep cycle battery. Yeah, it's doing really well. I've had it for a fair while. It's got plenty of use. I've also got Anderson plug in here as well, so I can just charge that up. So that's all hooked up, ready to go. That's pretty much it for the interior, guys. Time for a drink, I think. Get the fire going. I did say I was going to get the fire going before, but it's 3:20 now, so now it's probably actually time to get it going. Thought I'd put the car through a little test. This little track here doesn't really look like much, but it's got a little bit of flexing action going on. Just wanted to see if I can pull up here, just idling up in first low with the new lift kit and tyres. Before I couldn't just crawl up here, I'd have to kind of take a side track up. But no, bit of a dip down here, so it'll be interesting to see how much your car's flexing and see if we can just crawl up here. Let's give it a shot. try with a bit of momentum. Again. So none of that worked. Didn't want to go too hard up the hill. The goal was just to see how much trouble I've got, how much, see how much more I got out of the suspension lift. I'll just take an easy line up here. I don't have diff lockers or anything in this car. I don't really feel the necessity to have them right now. So we'll just pick an easier line. See if we can just crawl up here. There we go, piece of cake. No problem at all. Easy enough to get up this little hill. Picking the right line. I just wanted to see if I could take the hard line. Diff lockers again. If I was in this section here, if I had rear diff lockers, for example, I'd have just been able to engage them, and obviously the power will be going through the left tyre as well, and it just kind of pulled me up the hill. If anybody wants to give me some for free, I'd be happy with that. Otherwise, easy ways around obstacles like this. So we'll park the car back up under the gazebo, see if we can reverse back under it without taking out the gazebo, and sit down and enjoy the fire. Okay, time to cook. First things first, getting the fire ready. So we need to chuck the hot plate onto the fire, make sure it's got a good bedding of coals. The fire has plenty of coals in there at the moment, so we'll just lay out a bed, chuck the hot plate on, and then let it heat up, chuck plenty of olive oil on there, give it a quick clean, and then chuck on the bangers. Nice pork snags. Got the fire going quite nicely now. Just wanted to show you Nesta's crazy eyes. There's the fire and the swag. Nesta, mad dog. She's gone a bit mad dog because it is dinner time. Only the best for Nesta. Chicken, come here. Sit. See if you can see those mad eyes. Ready? Go eat. This is a pretty cool little thing as well. This is her LED collar. A few dollars off eBay. USB rechargeable, as you can see there. It's got a few different modes. I think just the always on mode is definitely the best. Not as annoying as the strobe light party mode. The scene there, but yeah, great little thing for a few dollars off eBay from China. Got dinner ready to go. We're having a sausage sizzle for dinner. Not much of a cooking segment, but I'll see what I can do. We've got some pork snags and a bit of cheese. Just cut some off from the big block at home. A bit of hot English mustard. That makes it gourmet, by the way. And plenty of butter there. Nesta's got through that other one already. So, second one, Nesta. Good girl. Salty sport, this one. She's a good dog though. She loves her chicken. Good for their stomach. Gets to those bones like no worries. Apparently American Staffies have a 3,000 pound crushing force through their jaw. But Nesta's really good. You can stick your hand in there if you wanted to. But she thinks I'm going to steal her food. She's super gentle, never snatches. Very good dog. So when we're ready to have kids, she'll behave herself. Got the little LED strip set up there. My little interior light here isn't working for some reason. I think I may have unplugged it accidentally by the battery, but this little LED strip here does the job super well. Just got a few meters of cord on it going into the dual battery there. Gives plenty of light. Alrighty, we'll have a drink and then we'll get dinner on the go pretty soon. Okay, so we cooked up a few sausages for dinner. Nice easy meal. No, Nesta. You stop licking your chops, mate. Okay. Okay, so we'll chuck these straight in the buns that I've prepared earlier. Here are the buns. A few snags I got off a little bit earlier on, so cooking a little bit faster. Okay, snags are in. Chuck a bit of the old vintage smokehouse sauce on there. Nice tasty one. Plenty of sauce, don't be shy. In the buns we've got some cheese, plenty of butter, and a bit of hot English mustard. Nice and simple. Normally I'd make more of an effort, but seeing it's just me, who can really be bothered? I'm not complaining. Make sure we chuck all the rubbish in the bin. And let's get into it. Yum. Nice cold night last night. Probably got down to a couple of degrees, I'd say. That's okay. We've got 2 sleeping bags in here and a hot body to keep me warm too, and I think she uses me too, so that's okay. She's a good dog, this one. Good cuddle dog. Brekkie this morning, bacon and eggs. And the fire, which is just out there, appears to be out. Hopefully there's still a bit of heat in there. How's that hay to wake up in? See the sun coming through the trees there. Beautiful, peaceful morning. Only noises right now are the rapids down the stream and a few birds. Very nice way to wake up. I'm going to try and shoot a few time-lapse videos on my phone. See how they turn out. If they turn out well, then you'll see them. So we'll get up. I've had a big sleep in. It's about 8:30 right now, so yeah, good sleep in. I needed that. Get the fire going if we can, and hopefully be out of here by 11 after packing up. Cool, let's get to it. pulled over on the way out of Dwellingup. Just wanted to get a quick glimpse of what the car looks like under full flex. So, you can see that. I can rock the car with my hand. So it's fully flexed there. Shitload more than it was under stock, that's for sure. It's hucked up there on the side. The front's not really doing too much, but that's what it's like anyway. Cool, yeah, a lot more trouble than stock, so pretty happy with that. Heaps of room, hey? So just going up the last tyre now. It's taking about a minute 30 to go from 25 psi to 40. So I worked that out with the front tyre. Now I can just keep an eye on the watch. Saves me having to go back and check every time. From here on, just dirt road. It's all very flat, no corrugation. That's why I'm airing up now. So I can, be going 80 k's an hour at least along here. This is just running around in the bush somewhere. You can see her lurking around. So we'll head through Pinjarra on the way home. Home is in success. So from here, probably hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer from here. It took us about 30 minutes to get out of here from campsite. So yeah, 2 hours in total from camp to home again. If you go to some campsites in Dwellingup, it's about an hour from my front door. So they're a bit more commercial, caravans and stuff around there. But yeah, super easy to get to. So I'll put this back down here. Now. Handy having the air compressor all plugged in, ready to go. New one popping the hose in long enough to go to the front right tyre. 30. Don't know how accurate this is, just a cheap one off eBay. There you go. Get on 40 psi there. Just a cheap thing off eBay. It was $10 or something. But hopefully when it says they're all at 40, then at least they're all consistent. They're all the same PSI. Cool, we'll pack this up, hit the road, and we'll see you in a bit. Cool, trip's all done. Thanks for sticking around to watch. If you're interested in me doing some more of these videos, give me a thumbs up, and please, leave a comment in the below. Really interested to see people's feedback and any good tips, anything else you want to chuck in there. Yeah, had a really good weekend away. It's the two of us. We'll be doing that again for sure. Thanks guys, see ya. Dribble some olive oil on there. Might just check my gloves on. Whoop.